we've done is we've moved our batteries up front where they're very accessible, so you don't have to climb into your bilge area to access your batteries. This has a lanyard on it that you can remove if you need to take it all the way off. But you can access your batteries here, and we also put your battery switches and fuses up front here also. Your main fuses for pumps and things are located here, and your battery switches for your engines in your house. We use a battery management system on here. When you're at rest and your engines aren't running, the engine batteries automatically disconnect from the house battery. You can stay out there as long as you want, running your radio and your lights and playing. You can run your house battery all the way down, and you can still crank your engines up. It'll disengage itself. As soon as you crank your engines up, then the house batteries will recharge.
That's a really great feature. Especially if you're out there at Shell Island playing all day long and you've got the radio cranked and things like that.
Absolutely. We also have on here that I didn't show you, we have an emergency parallel. So if something happens, one of your engine batteries goes dead, then all you got to do is turn on the emergency parallel, and it's just like running a jumper cable. And you can, if this battery for whatever reason has gone bad, you can jump this engine with this battery by turning your emergency parallel on.
So that's a great feature. Battery power and storage is always a good thing.
Yeah, and that big fish box in the floor, you can use that for storage. Say you're going to take a trip to the Bahamas, you can put all your stuff in there, just load it in bags and plastic bags, and you can take everything you could possibly imagine. Now your head is located in here. This boat has a high capacity fuel system, so you've got a 285 gallon tank instead of the 235. If you go with a 285, then you don't have room for the step down head because the tank runs up here. But there is room for a head here. It's just not a stand-up head like we can do. If you go with a 235, then we can put a stand-up head, which I'll show you over at the factory, and it's got all the room in the world with it. So if that head is a stand-up head with a shower is important to you, then I would go with a 235, and that's plenty of fuel for this boat. You don't need 285.
And this is something that you guys pretty much really cornered the market, made a really nice feature for your boats, isn't it?
Oh yeah, well we used to have some competition, but they're gone now. But yeah, we build a boat that you can have as a serious fishing boat.
Well, I always say the best last. And that's just the way it works in this business. If you build a quality product like you guys are building, it's going to be here.
We build our own hard tops. We do everything ourselves too. That's what makes it possible for us to do such a customized boat. We do our own interiors. There's no color combination that we can't do. I recently built the boat. The boat was orange, the top was orange, and the interior was orange. And nobody else could do that because they have set interiors. They may have 3 different colors of interior, all white with different stripes. But whatever you want, that's what we do, and it doesn't really cost you any extra to go that route. The only thing we don't do ourselves is the metal. We have that done by Blue Coral in Pensacola. They've been doing it a long time, and they're very reliable.
Right. So. Tell me a little bit about the 2 configurations. You spoke to me about a radar arch program that you all have designed for your boats, and also you have this T version.
Yeah, the T-top. This is the hard top T-top. We also do a hard top soft top, and then we do the radar arch. We do the radar arch with this exact same hard top, which we'll get a picture of here in a little bit when we get to the factory. And we do a radar arch with a rollback bimini. The radar hard top is the hard top on the 32 is pretty popular. So if you're going to spend that kind of money, then you usually want the hard top.
All right.
And
yeah.
With the hard top, we've got the LEDs hidden in the hard top. We have speakers in the back of the hard top. There's also room for speakers here. If you want a real high-powered sound system, that's not an issue. We use wind sound and fusion sound systems, and we can make it crank. So you have LEDs here, you have LED light rings here, and you have LEDs here, whatever color that you want.
You know, I recently moved down here in the last 3 years, and I do live aboard a boat, and I have a hard top on my boat. And of course, I'm in a sailboat, which is a little different. I go fast on the weekends, and I kind of go slow during the week. But the hard top, through all the storms and things that we've had in the Panama City area, it's just amazing. It's money well spent. I mean, you're gonna do it once, and you're done. Mm-hmm. You know, I've got to commend you guys. The graphics on these boats are just phenomenal. Can you tell me a little bit? Are y'all doing all the graphics?
We do our own graphics, and none of this is tape. We don't use any tape anywhere on the boat. Nothing on this boat.
So this is all airbrushed work.
This is all airbrushed by our artists. That's what, again, gives us the versatility to do whatever you want. You can bring us anything, a picture of anything, a picture of your custom bike. You can draw something yourself. We'll get with Zepp, our artist, and he'll put it together for you and bring it to life on your boat. And then we'll carry it on through with the interior and the lighting and all the other little accents that we do. So when we get done, it's a very, very custom, one-of-a-kind boat.
I'll tell you another thing I really like about your all's design is how much room you have walking along the gunnels along the sides of these boats. And I mean, it's padded all the way down. Growing up in the Florida Keys, I can't tell you how many times I've been out fishing and come back with just bruises all over. And the girls, this is a girl-friendly boat. Girls would love this boat because, let me tell you what, I have not hit a hard edge on this boat since I've been in it. It's padded in the front. If you started to slip and fall, you've got padding all around you. And if you're out in rough seas, besides the boat being solid, the layout y'all have got is just really phenomenal. I mean, these padded sides are just from one end to the other. You didn't miss a hitch anywhere. Y'all put a lot of thought into the layout of these boats. What are these wells along the side here in the floor?
These are our long fish boxes. And that'll hold most any wahoo, kingfish. That'll hold a really good sized monty, but it's basically, I call it my wahoo and kingfish box for your longer fish. And we've got one on each side. You know, one thing you were talking about, the comfort and ease of moving around the boat. Even when AL designed these front seats, see how that's recessed under there so that your toe, you don't catch it and you're not going to trip. You can come up here, you can actually lean. If you're fishing, you can actually lean against this. This works as a combing pad, and you're not going to have a trouble of, if it was flat, your toe would be here, and you'd be out here and you'd have nothing. You'd be unstable. So there's a lot of thought. You can stand up here, you can still prop yourself here and still fish out of the front of the boat without any problem. That's very difficult to build like that. It's just a devil to get it out of the mold, but that's how he wanted to do with it.
You know, I'm finding you even have more places for your boat hooks and your fishing poles. I mean,
yeah, you've
utilized space everywhere.
Yeah, you've got storage here. You can keep your you can put rods here. You can put boat hooks here. You can put your gaffs up in here. You can throw things down in there. It's just an extra little storage area for you, and it does have rod holders in it if you want to put rods in there. And
you have plenty of glass holders.
We always put extra cup holders. Plenty of them.
That makes for a great weekend out.
Well, you know, you get thirsty out there.
That's right.
And if you get an LED package, then we normally will light up the cup holders too, so you can find it at night. Again, we have LEDs. There's LEDs underneath this ledge and in the front of this boat. So the whole interior is going to glow pretty brightly, whatever color that you decide. This one obviously has blue lights in it.
So you've got a complete walk-around glow package inside the boat? So all these walkways that we're going around have a unique low-level evening light system in them.